All right, I want to give you this quick leadership development thought today because I've been talking about this a lot recently with churches. I think one of the reasons we don't get the results we want from our leadership development efforts in churches today is because we train too much in a classroom and not enough in context. And we just default to this classroom training, putting a bunch of people in a class and teaching them what they need to know about leadership and giving them all the information that they need to know to lead. And then we release them to go out and try to lead for the first time. And then they struggle, they fail, they get frustrated, and they quit. And one of the problems, I love classroom training, but one of the problems with it is when you only do classroom training, you're not testing for comprehension or competency. You're dumping information, but you're not testing. Did they comprehend it? And can they do it? Do they have the competency? So we send out ill-equipped leaders and they struggle to get frustrated and they quit, okay? We've got to start thinking about training in context, doing leadership development in context. Where do you learn to swim? You learn to swim in a swimming pool, right? And so we should learn to lead a small group in the context of a small group. We should learn to lead worship in the context of a worship rehearsal and worship services. We should learn how to lead and disciple children in the context of a children's small group or children's classroom. Teach your leaders how to lead in context. So as I was thinking about this, why don't we train in context? Because this is what I teach through the Leadership Pipeline training, but yet still some people are scared to do it and they just want to revert back to classroom. And it hit me. It's control. It's control. When we do classroom approach to training, we have high control. We control the environment. We control the information. We control the discussion. We control the direction. But when I'm training in context, and somebody's watching me lead and we're talking about it, I can't control what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. Things are going to go wrong. Things are going to go bad. But those are some of the best learning opportunities. You know, if you're a worship leader and you're training a potential worship leader and they're watching you in rehearsal and something goes really bad, wow, that's gold. I mean, that's an incredible opportunity to learn. Look at this person and say, hey, let's talk about why this went bad. Or if you're leading a small group and somebody just dominates the discussion and your apprentices, they're watching you. When group's over with, you can say, whoo, boy, that was horrible. Let me tell you how bad I handled that or how I handled it well. You can't control that stuff. And here's the beauty. When I'm training in the classroom, I tend to trust myself. When I'm training in the context, I trust the Spirit because I know I can't control what's going on. And God knows what that leader needs more than I do. And if I'm training in context, the Holy Spirit is going to allow certain things to happen that's going to bring insight and wisdom and instruction to this individual that's learning and watching from me. And they're not just learning from my victories and my wins, they're learning from my failures as well. So here's my challenge today. I said it's going to be short and it'll be long. But here's my challenge today. Begin to think about how can you do leadership development or the discipling of leaders in the context of your ministry, not just in a classroom, and see if it makes a difference. I think it will. All right. Thanks, you guys.